Hey guys, got another requested video here. This one was requested by OTEP1234567891011. Is his screen name, but his name's Cody. So I'm just gonna say Cody. If you request another one, it's just Cody. But anyway, this video is for him. He was interested in the Columbia River Knife and Tool model M18, and he wanted me to take it apart for him on video and show all the parts and you know what's involved with the knife itself. And I was more than happy to, because in just looking at it I can tell it's very dirty. So we'll take that apart for you on this video, and then I'm going to end up cleaning it, putting it back together. So what I'm using to take this apart is a Husky Torx bit set. This is like, it's less than $10. You can find this at like Home Depot, Lowe's, places like that. Now the pivot screw, as well as both body screws, okay, and all three pocket clip screws are all a size T8, okay, Torx 8. But this last screw here, which actually serves the purpose, I believe, of holding in the liner lock, and as I take the knife apart, we'll know that for sure, takes a size T6, which is kind of strange. They had to, or the size T6, they had to switch over to a separate one. I don't know why they didn't just stick with the same ones, but it is one size or two sizes smaller. Okay, so most of this knife does take a T8, and then that one screw is a T6. So we get right into this. I usually keep the blades open when I do this. First I'm going to go with the pivot screw. Just loosen that up, okay, but not let it out, take it out. And I'm going to go with the body screws. Okay, and the other one. Now what some people do is they actually take pictures during each step when they take things apart, so that when they put it back together they make sure everything's all together. And of course when you're doing this you want to not lose any of the screws or anything. So there's the two body screws, okay, and then I have here the pivot screw. Now the front scale should be loose. Pop that off, which popped off actually fairly easily. So there's the front handle scale with the inserts, okay, and what kind of slid off screen here, let me get all this back in frame, is the spacer. This is a back spacer, okay, that keeps the handles apart. Both those body screws go through that. So I want to put that aside with my handle scale, okay, and then you'll see here, move my camera down a little bit, you see here, first of all, you'll notice all this dirt and grime and stuff like that, which I will be cleaning. But there's a nice big, I don't know what material this is. Let's see if I can pop this off and figure that out for you. Use one of these little bits to kind of get that up. There we go. Here's one of the washers. Feels, again, I don't know the material here, but it feels like plastic, some kind of synthetic. And they have the blade. Gently, carefully I should say, pop that off the screw here. Kind of wiggle it back and forth. Of course, here's the other frame, and as I said before, this is it's one piece here. So that screw on the back, and I'll quickly take that off just to show you, so you know what I'm talking about here. Undo that screw in the back. That's actually one big piece that's set into the. Whoop! Of course, I dropped it. And again, I'm wasting everyone's time. I got it. Sorry about that. You don't want to lose your screws. Put that right there. That one's actually very small. But what that was doing is keeping this whole frame liner lock in place here. Actually, I have to take off the other washer. Okay. And then here's the locks system. Slide that up and out. Actually a little bit more complicated than I thought. It's the first time actually me taking this one apart. But here's that locks, okay? The button that's on the back that you push. And what happens is when it's good you get this view of it. When you push that, this rotates, okay, and that's what keeps you see the little bar there. That's what keeps the liner from pushing over. So now that's out, and here's the whole liner lock. See if I can get this this out gently. Kind of rock that back and forth. Again, I'll use the bit to kind of help that get that out. See, ideally, I would push this pin out, but I don't want to have to take the screw off, the pocket clip off. So I'm going to try to wiggle it, which is not really working. I want to get that piece off completely for you, but basically you can kind of see the difference there. I'll run the whole perimeter. It's a different color gray anyway, but it's this whole piece of steel here. Okay, it goes around the pivot area, and that's actually cut here, and that's what your liner is. Okay, and it does pop out, but it's secure around the oh, there we go. All right, loosened up, so I'll show you. All right, so you see that? Here's the liner lock, and there's in the frame, it's cut out inside the frame to fit that, obviously. So there you have it. You have, I'll kind of go over parts inventory here. You have your front handle scale, your back handle scale, your liner lock, your blade, your locks system, washer for either side of the blade, spacer, okay, 2 body screws, 1 screw for the liner lock, and 1 pivot screw. And then, of course, if I took the other part off on the back here, you would have the back part of the pivot screw, okay, or the backing, and you have the pocket clip, and of course 3 pocket clip screws. So that's it. That's the Columbia River knife and tool M18. Pretty simple. Let's see, I'm at 7 minutes. Let me try to see how fast I can put this back together. I'm actually going to take it back apart to clean it all, but just for giggles, I'll see if I can get this together just to show you it's easy. Put that one. So I got the liner in first, then the 1 washer, okay, then the locks system, which actually goes on just like that. Very simple. But I had to slide the locks underneath where I don't know if you can see that, but I got to kind of slide that underneath where the lock is here. Then I have the blade. Okay. And of course I have the other washer. And when I'm done cleaning this, I'll lube everything up again too. Then I have the spacer here. Actually, before I do anything, I'm going to put that liner screw back in. I still have my T6 in here. Okay, that's nice and tight. Now I'm going to switch over to my T8. Now this is the tricky part, is lining these up again. I got to line this back spacer up with the other handle scale. Put that all back on here. Let's see, how am I doing? About 8 minutes or so. Push this through. Try to line that up as best I can. Just going visually here, line the holes up. Got the body screws. Alright, that's good, that caught. Now you don't want to tighten down one singular screw here. You want to kind of get them all in halfway, then tighten everything down. Because sometimes if you tighten it down, it won't line up on you. See the back one here, having a problem with, but there we go, I got it. Alright, so now I can tighten those down. And then I have my pivot screw. Let's see if I did everything right. Knife should function perfectly. Alright, so pivot screw is actually a little tight. Back that off a little. There you go. Blade's locked and open. The lock's working. Liner lock's working fine. Flip that back open. The locks system is actually working perfectly. Alright, I did it in almost 10 minutes. So there you go. Of course, the phone's ringing. You guys have a good day.